Hey guys, we are still on the fourth game for this February 17 NBA Game Day Edition basketballer right here. We would be talking about this game between Indiana Pacers and Minnesota Timberwolves. Before we start, I'm just inviting everyone to come and join our YouTube channel or YouTube account, Basketballer. So those who haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button below and also include that bell logo or bell button beside it. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever we have a new video up. Okay, let's take a look at the records of both teams. For Indiana Pacers, they belong in the East Conference. They're the number 5 team with 14 wins and 14 losses. Unfortunately, Indiana Pacers lost their last game, and that was against Chicago Bulls. That was in an OT. Now, for Minnesota Timberwolves, they belong to the West, and they are the last team in the Western Conference with 7 wins and 21 losses. And they also lost their game last night, and that was against Los Angeles Lakers. Let's take a look at the details of this game. This game would be played at Minnesota, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So Minnesota has the home court advantage. The spread right here is plus 6.5 for Minnesota, minus 6.5 for the Indiana Pacers. The fatigue factor, though, would be on the side of Indiana Pacers because, as I mentioned earlier, Minnesota Timberwolves played their game last night, and that was against the Los Angeles Lakers, while Indiana Pacers, they were actually having their rest. Okay, so let's take a look at the injury list. What do we have here? For Indiana Pacers, I guess they have the same people out. T.J. Warren and Levert, and McDermott didn't play last night, and he is still questionable to join the Indiana Pacers. And as predicted, the other day, McDermott is really hurting, and the absence of McDermott would really hurt them because McDermott is like giving them an average of 13 points a game. So not having him would really hurt him out, and I guess it showed when they lost to Chicago Bulls in the OT. Well, for the Minnesota Timberwolves, the ones that they will be losing would be Culver and D'Angelo Russell. Unfortunately for these two players, they would be back. Maybe Culver will be at around late Feb, and for D'Angelo Russell, it will still be at late March. Okay, so what do we have here, and which team are we picking? I have to be honest, and maybe you guys have noticed. I've been loving how Minnesota Timberwolves have performed their past few games. I know they haven't really been winning, but they have been working really hard, and they have been there. The games are close. Minnesota Timberwolves, the last team in the West, going up against Los Angeles Lakers, and at one point it was even down to 5 points. I don't know if you watched that game, and they don't even have D'Angelo Russell. So this team is actually playing hard, and these players are actually showing what they could do. I'm also starting to like what Anthony Edwards is showing. He even scored 28 points last night against the Los Angeles Lakers. So he's not afraid of the huge stage that was against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, and he did well. Also, we all know Malik Beasley is leading this team in terms of scoring, and Karl Anthony Towns, their leader, is actually back on the court. Their court general Ricky Rubio is also trying to help out in terms of scoring, aside from dishing out those passes. So obviously, Indiana Pacers is the better team. I gotta give it to them, but Indiana Pacers haven't been winning too. Again, they just lost against the Bulls. And for Minnesota Timberwolves, they lost against the Lakers. I mean, duh. But if you take a look at their past 10 games, both teams actually just won 3 games. Again, Indiana Pacers just won 3 games out of in their past 10 games. The Wolves also had that same number of wins, 3 wins for their past 10 games. So they're just doing the same 3-7 for the past 10 games. So, and again, Minnesota Timberwolves, for me, I might be a bit biased on this, but I think Anthony Edwards is really improving a lot. Um, and these players are actually showing, their confidence when they got Towns back. Reed is accepting his role as a backup now. Now that Towns is back, and even though he is playing their backup as a backup center, he is still doing double digits. So it's really gonna be a great battle to see how Sabonis and Turner would go up against Towns and Vanderbilt. Who knows? It will be Towns and Reed. I'm not sure, but that'll make the Wolves a little bit slow, So yeah, maybe and just maybe Jared Vanderbilt and Towns would go up against Sabonis and Turner, and it will also be great to see. I'm just wondering who are they putting on Anthony Edwards and Beasley, because Brogdon would be there, of course, for maybe for Beasley, and I guess for Anthony Edwards, maybe and just maybe it will be Lamb. I'm not really sure. So the Wolves have a chance here if their bench could really help out. They could. I'm not saying that they could win. Well, I mean they could win, but I'm not saying that. I'm not suggesting that they would. But I'm picking the plus though. So we have a. I'm picking my chance. I'm picking plus 6.5 Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm not really sure about the Indiana Pacers, but I've been placing a lot of bets for Indiana for their past games, but they have not really been themselves, so to speak. And with McDermott out, that's 13 points out for them too. So I'm just gonna side with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm not really expecting them to win. I hope they would win, but I'm gonna take the plus. So my pick on this one is Minnesota Timberwolves plus 6.5 because they have been keeping the games close, and they even had just an 8-point loss against the Lakers. The Indiana Pacers would have an advantage in terms of fatigue, and hopefully Minnesota Timberwolves would be able to somehow control that and just go to their advantages. And I hope that Anthony Edwards would have another huge game for his record. Again, Minnesota Timberwolves plus 6.5. And if ever you guys would want to send us messages or questions, just follow and like our page, Facebook page. That's Passive Baller, same kind of spelling and all that. And just go ahead and send us those messages through our messenger account. Okay, just stay there for the rest of the game. Peace out, pass and love, and God bless.